I don't know if that was genuine. Did you mean to fall out?
Yo,
That hurt like hell.
oh my goodness. That was
Did you mean to fall like that?
I was so far gone, I had to commit.
I thought 3Dub doing the voice scared you or something, boy.
You told me to do something silly.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's a way to start the video. Welcome to Ranger Nation. We're covering the Green with Evil storyline, Green with Evil parts 1 through 4. The episodes we have been waiting for. 1 through 5? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm high.
No, he's not. He go to church, everybody.
Oh, these are the episodes that we have been waiting for. These are the episodes that like really got the first season going. If you are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you do the same for all of these lovely gentlemen here. Did I tag y'all in last week's video? I think I did.
I
don't
think you
even
did.
remember.
Yeah.
I have
No, you didn't.
Oh, dang.
Well, you got caught in 4K.
I apologize. I'll go tag them. I'll go tag them now.
You can't tag them until it's over.
Oh, shut up. Me and 3Dub got beef. You want to take off days. Guys, these episodes, like getting introduced to Jason David Frank, getting introduced to Tommy, and you know all the sexual tension with him and Kimberly, because like soon as she saw Tommy, it was on sight. Like she was ready to jump those teen. Like I know teenagers are horny.
Bad. Yeah,
like I know teenagers are horny, but like she was like, yes, yeah, that's mine. And I mean, she wasn't the only person that said that's mine. Like as soon as Rita saw him doing them flying roundhouse kick, she said, that's mine. I want that teenage boy. And in hindsight, it was actually like very weird how thirsty Rita was. Like
this is her third time this season kidnapping a teenager / child.
Yeah,
like she needs to absolutely relax.
Yeah, it's getting weird. It's giving child predator at this point. Like, oh yeah, it's really weird. But the only complaints that I would have for these episodes was like this was in the early days of trying to figure out their way around synth footage. Like what I'm sitting there rewatching, and you don't notice it when you're like a kid and you're just like, you know, enjoying the show to enjoy. But with what we do, I can't help but notice like inconsistencies in editing, and like it's a problem. Like my wife hates it because I'll be sitting there like at home watching TV or a movie or something, and I'll just bring it up. But it's like I do it unconsciously or whatever. So it's like you're just sitting there, you're just chilling, and you see something. Like when Tommy first arises in his little chamber or whatever after that
was an Asian man.
That was an Asian man that got up off. I said, it's no way in the world y'all couldn't just film Jason David Frank sitting up because you filmed him actually sitting up. Like that was hilarious.
Yeah, I said that to 3Dubs before we started. I was like, why didn't they just reshoot the scene of him rising up? Like he was already in the chamber and you had him sit up. What was the point of not doing it?
Yeah, it was stupid. Yeah, I'm like, it
was too dangerous for the actor.
Well, I mean,
like y'all legitimately recreated the entire set for him to just be sitting already when he got up.
Yeah, that was a bad choice. It's still badass. It's still iconic.
Yeah, it's iconic. It's just the fact that it's like Tommy he doesn't know what's going on like at all. He's in the alley. He just, you know, he's feeling good. He just made a hangout date with Kimberly. You know, he's just trying to walk home, randomly talking like and getting chummy with like two nerds outside. Like they were visibly nerds. Like,
yeah,
they were like they were the nerdiest nerds that you would not expect somebody like Tommy to just be like chopping it up with. They like they was having a real deep conversation. He's like, all right, guys, I'll see you later. Just walking down the alley, then all of a sudden, Buddy's come out of him. He's like, oh,
Well, actually, that's not
what a
too
weird
far-fetched.
day. I'm like,
He ends up being a professor and stuff. So I mean,
yeah,
Sure.
true.
Yeah.
It's like
And the
Rita's
fact
just
that like
on site
Tommy
with it.
over shows off against Bulk and Skull, like just the karate movements, and then like I'm scared now.
It was that was hilarious.
it was.
It's like some like that stuff you just don't think would happen. I said, Tommy, you could have just do a couple punches, but no, you're doing all yeah. I said, whoa,
Yo, bro,
you're
he
doing
did a
the- like,
whole,
you
he
do-
did a whole routine, bro.
There's a whole like black belt routine he just did.
and they're just like they're bumping into each other. Like Bulk and Skull, I said this last week.
Mhm.
I don't remember them being this damn annoying.
Yeah.
I think it's just season 1.
And that was one of the better parts of these 5 episodes is they're not in it
Yeah.
that much, at least at the start. You know what I mean? Like they're very tame, and even when they are here, they're like less angsty. Like you have that like, and we can talk about this later maybe, but like we had that very silly bit where like they're in like the van and Godard's picking him up. He's like, I have your friends Bulk and Skulls. How do you know that? How do you know that?
Right.
You creep.
They're not
You're
really
spying on
friends
him.
though.
And they're not friends. They're bullies.
No, I found that hilarious because it's like what we complain about with like shows like The Flash or like Arrow or something. Like you shoehorn in the characters we don't care about. You did not need to find a reason for them to be there just because you had a bus in Sentai footage. Like you did, and the simple fact the buses were two different colors.
Fake. That bus looks so fake. Oh my gosh.
No, because was it a bus that they took from outside
It was like
Ernie's?
a van.
It was a van that turned into a bus.
Turned into a bus.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it turns into a freaking bus, bro.
And they and
That's
the fact of the matter is, Goldar is massive at this point. You mean to tell me, Bulk and Skull did not hear him say, "I have your friends, Rangers"? Like I'm not gonna chalk this up to like they're just like in shock and they're scared for their lives. You still hear what you hear, especially from a dude that's that big.
Yeah.
They don't care that it's Bulk and Skull, so they're not going to answer that they're his friends. They're their friends.
That's true too.
He's talking. Oh, and Jason's like, "Oh no, we gotta help him, guys." I said, "Why do you, Jason? Why do you
like
that?
care?
I would love to cut to like Kimberly being like, "Do we know? It's
Right.
okay, actually." Like,
Right.
Nah, we can leave them.
Like I get they're superheroes and they technically have to save them, but we're not friends. So
yeah.
I can let them panic. And
You're
let
like,
them
we're
fall off the
save you,
cliff and then
but we're
catch
not
you.
your friends.
Exactly. So
yeah, Jason, the way he talks is bad. Like his accent is not good.
it's like when he's talking normal, cool. But like when he's like in action mode and he's like in the middle of a fight, it's just like you're throwing your voice to the back of your throat to make you seem like
Seems
more
like you're in a suit to make it sound like you're more. In
and it's like watching Jason in these, like especially in these episodes, and then watching the Jason from the movie. How you say his name? Decray Montgomery.
I know who you're talking about. I know who he's talking about.
yeah, he's
Watch-
a much better Jason.
Watching Austin St. John versus him. Oh, it's
Rocky.
night and day.
Well,
Yeah.
he's an established actor though. Like
Sure.
Walter,
talking
who
about-
played Zach, and then Amy, they were the only two that had any acting experience before this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Yeah, I just want to bring up, like, I think this episode, and I think Taj, you might agree with me. I think
these
this
5
kind of
episodes?
I think this showed kind of the issue with Mighty Morphin so far up until this episode is that they just didn't have enough time to tell proper stories, and that's why they were feeling so flat. Like within minutes, because they knew they had time to tell a full-fledged story, I cared about the characters instantly. Where we're creating these story arcs for them. Jason automatically had his best episode. Kimberly, Billy, Zach, they instantly, like, they had that whole opening shot where like Jason and Tommy are like battling, and that's such a good parallel shot for those characters of like, okay, they're battling and they're all on the good side, but later they're not going to. And like, I still had my problems with Jason. I still found him a bit annoying, but like, I loved Jason had like a mini arc about like having to own up to responsibility here in these first couple episodes. Like, this is the first time, and we'll talk about this character like later on, I bet, but like, this is the first time where he's actually had to lead his team, right? For the first time. It's always been Zordon being like, go do this, and he's like been like, all right, I guess I'll go do that, right? And for the first time, it's like, oh, I'm the leader. I don't know how to handle this situation. And how does he channel that anger towards something positive? I thought that was a really fun. They don't fully like adapt it well, but like, I think like that in theory was such a fun arc for him.
You know what kind of confused me at the start is how did Zordon know that was Tommy? He didn't like
Zordon a creep.
Zordon, see, 3 this is what we be talking about. Like, Zordon knows everything.
And
He
then
just
why
withholds
if he-
information.
if he knows everything, why the heck did he withhold this information from the
Because
get-go?
he's the villain.
I mean, and to be fair, they made it make sense. Tommy took this nigga offline. Like, he made sure he was gone. Like, it was, and honestly, it was better because they could not establish. They got that cryptic message from Alpha, who was also malfunctioning. They could not, you know, get any connection. They couldn't teleport because Zordon was in whatever dimension Tommy decided to send him to. Although, how Tommy knew how to do that, I don't know.
Remember, he didn't. He just started smashing stuff.
True.
In the Sentai, they actually knew who the Ranger was and who was fighting them. And also, I don't think there's a Zordon in the Sentai.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
That explains why he's offline.
I gotta say, like, I love Zordon. Like Zordon is obviously like one of the most iconic mentors on Power Rangers and blah blah blah. I honestly do wonder if maybe it would be better without him though. Like, I think this episode kind of proved that these characters are more interesting when they have to figure stuff out on them, like by themselves. They have to learn by actually going out in the field and doing it. Yeah. And it was like, oh, all these characters are instantly way more interesting. And the less time you focus on him being like, go find a cheeseburger, whatever weird task he sends them on, right? It's like, no, like they're almost better without, and I almost prefer him in like a more supporting role, kind of like he was in like In Space, where like he's out there, he kind of has this like reoccurring role, but he's not there every episode telling them exactly what to do.
That's his end goal. Like, he dies in space. So
that's actually a good point there. That's actually a really good point, because that's why In Space was so good.
Yeah.
So
Andros was like an actual leader.
Yeah, and like you know, and you know, he's an actual character, right? Like Zordon, I love him. He's not a character. He is a figurehead. He's
a MacGuffin,
literally.
He is an NPC being like, go do this, and you might get this.
He's a bobblehead. All right.
He's the hit bar you get when you can't get past a certain mission.
Yeah, it's.
but seriously though, like the fact that they had to figure out a way to get there, and they took the rad bug. Them taking the rad bug, and you know, they getting in the air, and then Zach's like, this thing can't go any faster. Then all of a sudden, boom, they're just in the command center.
Yeah,
that was a weird effect, how they just like at the like basically shrink into expand to like they're there.
I said like, wouldn't you still have to drive through the rad bug flies? I've never known the rad bug to teleport and like warp space time like that, especially when Zach said, "Can this thing go any faster?" So when they get there, they figure out all that information. They figure out what they need to do. Billy is figuring out how to fix Alpha. And rightfully, and like you said last week, they choose days when they want Billy to be smart and when they want Billy to be dumb. You built the rad bug, but you can't fix Alpha right now.
What was funny is how he delivered the line. He's like, I think Alpha is like suffering from a virus, and then like he just pulls out a disc and it was there.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
it
that's
was
what Tommy
bad.
did. Tommy, he just put like a disc in Alpha. He just started
Yeah.
freaking out.
This episode had a lot of like, hey, this thing is happening. It's like, why? It's like, I don't know, it just is kind of thing. Like Tommy's like, I like Zordon is gone forever, and then the very next episode is like, actually, maybe not. It's like, how so? I don't know. Like, it's like they don't specify at all.
It's just, and then
He's trapped between the rift.
yeah, and and Alpha's like, Zordon, can you hear me, Zordon? He's like halfway back. He's like static electricity, like the edge of the Alpha. Can you hear me, Alpha? Well, clearly not. Okay, Jesus, can we move away from this shot?
Bad, man.
It's
like
like
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and then it's like the Rangers. They just keep going out. Like y'all got whooped by Tommy like 5 times. And don't get me started.
Bro, I have a hot take, bro.
When they had to discover like that the Green Ranger was Tommy, the way that footage was just so blurry in
yeah,
and all of them is just like, no. that acting, the story is great.
Yeah,
that acting was terrible. No,
but
it's like they knew.
Oh my god!
Like why y'all so upset? Y'all barely know him.
None of them should give a shit except for Kimberly, who has a crush on him, right? None of them should care.
It's so weird. Like, you're not friends. You just met him.
Trinity's like, oh my god! No!
Yeah, like...
He feels for Kimberly.
Like... Trini I can get because she cares so much about like people's like feelings and opinions, and like that was like a friend emotion of like, oh my gosh, Kimberly, like, are you okay? Like, you know, like I get like they have that little bit of a bond from the part 1 and 2 and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, I like
Zach's
that.
Acting like a family member just died.
It's so silly. Yeah.
No,
you didn't even interact with him.
I said, Zach, calm down. Like,
that's called brotherly love right there.
Jason, here go Jason. Oh, guys, we gotta figure this out. How do we know he ain't been under Rita's spell the entire time? Huh? How do we know? Okay, Jason, you focused on not getting kidnapped, bro.
It was kind of funny too at the when they dueled in the first part. It was a tie. They ended in a tie.
Yeah, they were evenly matched. But then when Tommy jumped into the sword on business.
Boom.
And my thing is, y'all saw him jump up there. The fact that you're still in your seats and you're still in your seat, they're like, Tommy just behind him, and Tommy jumps in. They're just like,
first of all,
like, you saw him jump up there. Like, why are you shocked?
Bro, Jason literally goes, "Who's that?" He proceeds to jump. They look at him and pan to him jumping into the Zord. First of all, that was racially motivated because the first person he punched was Trini.
Do you know?
And she went fucking flying.
Do you know what was funny? I watched the Sentai footage too. Like, I watched the first episode of the American one, and then I watched the Sentai. The reason why they look up first is because that's the Sentai footage.
No, I'm just saying.
And then and the whole like scene of them in the cockpit, that was Sentai also. Yeah. So the only time it wasn't Sentai was when he punched Trini.
Wait, what?
He punched the shit out of her, bro.
Wait, Trini wasn't. So wait, the Green Ranger just. Wow.
He punched the hell out of her, bro. She went flying, bro. That was so racially.
Hey, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be. That wasn't.
You know what was funny though? The reason why it's funny because in the Sentai footage, that's a male, so he's punching the male super hard. He's not punching Trini super hard.
But since it's a girl in MMPR, it's like
it was equal opportunity right there.
Punch this random ass girl.
Yeah, no, that see, I didn't know that honestly, that makes it funnier because like he just went to town on them.
Bro, but then he punched the shit out of her. She hit the controls and they started sparking and the Zord started Harlem shaking.
Hey, but the other thing that I realized about this, how did Rita know that their Zords were solar powered? 2, That's a design flaw.
Yeah, why the hell would
Because
you make him like
Don't
that?
the Zords come from underneath the damn ground? Like, what?
Well, some of them do.
She's going to forget solar power in the next episode.
Yeah, I'm
Like
about to
that's
say
a
it. It's
that's a
not gonna be
horrible
thing.
design. That's a horrible design flaw. And then there's just like, there's no Zordon. You got Jason, and our Zords are gone. Trini, shut up, please. Okay.
Darren, do you want to bring
Okay.
up your hot take now?
Go ahead. It's your
I think
turn
I agree
now.
with him. I think I agree with him.
I agree with him too, because it's just the fact that when we see Jason, he's just he's on the ground, just and Goldar's.
All right.
Where are you,
Darren.
Red Ranger?
Go
I
ahead,
said, bro,
Darren.
just fan the smoke away, dog. Like,
Yeah, like episode 2 is happening and like Jason wasn't around and it the leadership role instantly went to Zach. He's gathering them all up. He's like giving, he gives Billy the pep talk. He's talking to Trini. He's mentoring them through it all. And I was like, why the fuck isn't Zach the Red Ranger? Why isn't he leading the team? Not only from a leadership perspective, but also just a entertainment value. He's such a more interesting character. He is such a more likable character. And it's like once Jason comes back, there's part of me that's like, damn, can he stay gone? Actually, I'm really enjoying Zach as leader.
This sucks. The team worked better when Zach was the leader. Cause now Jason's back and we're getting extra folded.
yeah.
Can we talk about how he hit them with a Kameo wave, bro?
That ball thing.
Can we talk about how when he grew, and he's throwing hands with a Megazord and he's moving fast as hell.
You know that Tommy can't actually do that, it's kind of funny. Like that Kameo wave that he throws at the team is only for the 5-hour arc. He can't do it.
He never does it again. Like a lot of stuff Tommy did in these episodes,
it's
they'll
power
never bring it back. Yeah,
because after this they ran out of Sentai footage.
Yeah,
it's because there's no Sentai.
That character dies.
Mhm.
So it's done. Yeah,
which sucks. But
well, we learned from the documentary he was only supposed to be in these 5 episodes, and then he leaves. So my question is, where the fuck did he go? He joined the team and then he's just gone after that. He morphed with them at the end.
Bro, can we talk about that?
And also, we learned that these episodes skyrocketed Mighty Morphin. So Darren, learning from this documentary, it answered my question of pop cultureness. These episodes is what propelled it up into
that. Makes sense.
It was what was the statistic, Lance? It was 99.9% of people, kids, were watching those 5 episodes in every home across the United States. I was like, God,
not even just the United States. This was it was a worldwide phenomenon. Even they didn't care about people in other countries. They weren't caring about Sentai. It was soon as Tommy came in, it was Tommy. We need Tommy. Jason David Frank, this skyrocketed him to stardom.
That's fucking.
He got typecast
on the map. Yep.
Yeah.
Which is he's a good actor, even though this was basically his first role. He was on that episode of Family Matters as a gang member, but he's the one gang member that could do karate.
So weird. That was weird.
He had a goatee and long hair. I remember watching that. I said, Tommy, why are you here? Fighting Urkel as Bruce Lee. I said,
it was weird. It was weird.
I said, y'all just got to figure out a way to capitalize on Power Rangers in the 90s. And what better way? You just tell Jason David Frank to come in and just look a little bit older. Him having long hair with a goatee is that was honestly, it made him look kind of greasy. I don't know why.
What's funny is also Steve Urkel guest starred on Full House too.
Yeah.
He's capitalizing on that too.
I will keep saying it. Tommy was to Power Rangers what Urkel was to Family Matters.
Sure.
They kept those respective shows going. And
Family only mattered when Steve Urkel was there.
That's also true. Like, why did your mic just get loud like that?
It's like a tambourine.
That is a good point though, because Family Matters was trash. Like, I'm sorry. Them first few episodes until Urkel became like the main part, it was like, bro, this is so dry. And I get the cast being mad, like just a side point. I get them being mad because all the attention was took from them and they're supposed to be their show, but it's like your show was dry. Like, why would people
Uncle
watch your
Phil's
show?
cameo was
I remember that was funny, but why would people watch your show when they can watch the Cosby's that was on at that time? Fresh Prince just came out at that time. Different world was going on. It's like not watching that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Power Ranger. This is a
I know.
I was just about straight up. Stop, get out my head, bro. Can we talk about the crest? Because it's like when the dragon shield is like when it's Sentai foot, it's just looking all crispy and stuff. Then when it got
whatchamacallit,
because it got messed up. It's just the fact that it just looks. It's so jarring. Like when it's just like them on the ground. Like when it's Tommy, like he's just laying there and the shield's just like all folded up and wrinkly on him. And then when it's like the actual Sentai footage, it's good looking. The Dragon Zord when he caught the Dragon Zord, that moment was epic. Like nothing's ever gonna like outshine it. Like that was epic. Rita was mad as hell when Jason like broke the sword, but the way that they like destroyed the his power sword was so anticlimactic.
Connected to the fucking
sword. I'm like that's what. So anybody could pick it up and be evil.
First of all, the test when he got the sword though was cool though. On the beach fighting the putties, that was so bad.
No, I thought wasn't that like the second test? Because isn't the first test like they sent down putties?
No, I'm talking about for him to get the sword, the dark sword.
Oh, so he had to take 2 tests. Wow,
but that was so stupid. Like, why would putties be the test? Anyone can beat a putty.
Weak.
That's
like
true.
Billy beat putties on the normal. Like it's not a.
He did beat them like without knowing what they were originally.
Yeah.
And so, like, what did you think was gonna happen this time? Now that he's
anyone with karate can beat them.
He fucking low diff them dudes, bro. Like.
We can beat putties. Like
that was literally their first mission. Like let's calm down. Like putties
anyone
are
with
nothing.
Courage, you have to have courage though. But anyone with courage could beat the putties.
But that's why
my daughter,
because he's the only one to beat a putty. He's the only one to beat them on his own. Nobody else can do it.
The Rangers had to morph first.
Oh yeah,
they got
that is true.
No, but they was giving him some Godo, which was pissing me off because I'm like, putties aren't formally trained fighters, dog. Like, why are you getting thrown into this building and struggling against? Like, they literally they have you ready to give you some jailhouse business. Like your face is against the wall. Like, no, what are you doing?
But I don't know. I will say that Tommy didn't have powers yet. Like he didn't. Remember, the power coins are connected to them.
True.
So they get the enhanced strength. He didn't have that. So of course a putty hitting him, he's gonna go.
I would say like after.
So wait, the Mighty Morphin Rangers, they did get enhanced strength from the power coin.
Yes, because remember in season 3, I mean it's far in advance, but remember when Catherine took Kimberly's power coin, she started getting weak.
So that wasn't just something random added to the movie. I never paid attention to that.
It enhanced them. Like the power
and also like it only happened after the fact that they morphed, like before they
they had the morph. Yeah, so once they morphed, it was connected to that, kind of like Life Force almost.
I was wondering when did the Rangers start having powers outside the suits?
Yeah, that's when they started, and that's why
they could flip Bulk and Skull. That's why they could flip Bulk and Skull, and stuff like that. Basically be bullies to the bullies.
That makes a lot more sense because like rewatching the 2017 movie and like they just wake up and they're breaking sinks and
I thought that was cool.
Scene, though. Yeah.
I actually like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm like they breaking sinks. Billy's ripping off his they got hit by a train and didn't die.
They basically took the idea from Amazing Spider-Man because he did it first. Like he woke up and he like broke the sink literally.
It's very Dino Thunder, right? Because like they had like very visible like superpowers. Like
their powers were better though. Like Red Ranger had super speed,
and his speed was had a red a glow to it too, which is kind of funny. And then
He
the
had like
screeching
density skin.
Yeah.
and the Blue Ranger actually turned blue. His shield was blue. I'm like, okay, that's just color coded right there.
Everything Rangers do is color coded. But if we had to rank these episodes, I'm going to these are going to be the highest ranked episodes.
6
like
out of 6.
Yeah, like 6 out of 6. Like when he joined, like the only thing that really pissed me off was that they had to go through the entire morphing sequence when Tommy joined the team after you just demorphed.
Yeah, that was silly. Yeah.
That was stupid.
6 Rangers to protect the
I was like, why is more? There's no one in the fight right now.
I will say that the morph is more badass with Tommy doing it.
Oh, 100%.
Like at the beginning, like it's JDF's energy, man. He just had it, man. Like,
And also
Dragon Zord.
Why
it
does
just
he say
sounds so
Zord though?
badass.
Right? Like none of
I
them
don't
say
know.
Zord at the end of their names. I was like,
Maybe.
And doesn't
But it wouldn't sound right just saying dragon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
And doesn't Tommy do his Dragon Zord first, and then when he turned
Yeah.
into White Ranger, it was the last one?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I think so.
he was the leader.
Yeah,
The
I think
last
so.
one's the leader.
Yeah. That's weird.
Tyrannosaurus was, and then was White Tiger.
Hey, then Jason just ends up Tyrannosaurus. Why do you
Yeah, I
say
don't
it
know.
like that,
They
Pretty
dog?
good impression, Lance.
Tommy's like roll call for morphing was just so badass.
Mastodon.
No, it was like Tommy he just got that aura with it. I
He
don't
did.
know why. Like,
Yeah.
man,
The
I
morph
miss
just
that
hit
guy.
different, man. Yeah, I wanted to meet him. I wanted to go to Morphicon.
Yeah,
I'm
that
still
would've
gonna
been
go to
cool.
one.
I still wish
I would be his daughter.
when the Ring Ranger his suit kind of like zooms in and then you see the Power Rangers and pose. I think when Tommy morphs, like it should be him as the one that zooms in, and then like the how they after they morph, do all the code names and stuff, and then it has that silhouette of the Red Ranger just zooming in, and then you see the whole team.
Yeah.
After the morph.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Tommy as when he starts.
I
It
feel
should
like
have
we
the
should
Green
also.
Ranger.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like we should probably also bring up. I forget her name, but it's like
Scorpina.
Scorpina.
Yeah, that's it. I completely forgot about her. She
I
showed
did
up and I
too.
was like, "Oh yeah, you exist."
She only appears a couple times because I don't.
Oh really?
Yeah, like she's in this season, and then she pops up like a couple times in season 2, and then that's it.
Remember when Rita was on the top of the building where she summons you're gonna be my Green Ranger and all that?
She was floating on a fucking tricycle.
No. It was on the building when she was when Tommy yells out the no, that thing. That wasn't actually Sentai footage. That was actually you could tell it wasn't Sentai because
American made.
Yeah, it was a dark silhouette. Like they didn't cast they didn't want to show the actor.
Yeah, I saw that Sentai like through and through. Like I know the differences. That's why I knew that season 2 was mostly American footage.
And honestly, I have a question. She wasn't holding Tommy in place. Like
she wasn't. He just stood there.
Nigga, run.
He just stood there.
No.
I will say Tommy losing to Jason only happened because of plot.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's only because of plot. It's
like he should solo all of them. Yeah.
Right. Like I'm sorry, Tommy was a better fighter than Jason. I know the Jason stand's gonna come at me, but I don't care.
I mean, he didn't
Tommy was better.
He didn't technically kick his butt. He shot his sword out of his
Well,
hand.
yeah.
And then,
he only got like one good hit on him and then like destroyed the sword, and then Tommy was like,
I mean, if they were smart, they could have wrote the narrative of like Jason's more experienced as a ranger than Tommy, which is true, right? He's been doing it much longer at this point. But you're right.
Only by 15 days.
Yeah, I was about to say,
days?
Hey, but we also
each episode, I think each episode was like a day or something back in season 1. So like they all took place after or like a
wow.
week apart or something. So even if it is 15 weeks,
Well, let me give a
Man.
point really quickly. While
give
you're
that point,
thinking.
Darren. Give it
I-
to us good.
Why? And this is the same thing we talk about Zordon, where it's like, oh, why does she wait? Why does he wait to tell him? Why not use the Green Ranger stuff instantly? Like, why wait all this time to use that? You would want a Green Ranger in your arsenal from day one. I don't
yeah.
care if you're fighting the power. Like,
Yeah.
that's so stupid.
Why
she
did it
needed
take
someone
you-
though. She needed someone though. So she had to wait for somebody formidable.
Well, I mean, technically the original one was buried, so she could have used that one.
I wonder who the original Green Ranger was.
I wonder who the original Mighty Morphin team was.
Yeah, I want to see. Like, there's.
I mean,
so much...
we do know though. Like, we know who the original team was
From comics, but not like in canon in the show.
I thought
they
the
don't-
comics
yeah.
were canon.
No, that's a separate universe.
Oh,
They
that's-
don't
Only a
really-
couple
yeah.
comics are canon. The Tommy one, the Tom Force one, I believe is canon. And I think that's it right now. I don't know like everything else, but I'm pretty sure like everything else in the Boom universe is separate.
And it does suck because like that lore element of it is so much more interesting than most of the
Yeah.
stuff they do in the show. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, what's the history with Zordon and Rita and
What it,
power gems and how did she get it in the first place? Like that stuff is so interesting to me.
What if-
Here, okay, here's a question: could Rita have used it or no?
I don't think so.
No.
no.
Mm.
Okay.
well, in the 2017, she was the Green Ranger.
Well, she was.
That
yeah,
is
she was
true.
the from.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
actually like that. That was actually
That, yeah,
cool.
that's
did
a
too.
cool.
Like Zordon with
that's
the
true.
original red and like Rita
That's
betrayed
so
them and stuff.
sick.
That was
Yeah.
so.
Can we
cool,
talk
man.
about how Zordon in that movie is like what we expect the TV show Zordon to be? He did not care about them kids. He just wanted to get out of wherever he was so
Right.
he
He's
could
a
come
flawed
back
character.
and be the
Yeah.
Red
He
Ranger.
was very selfish.
Like Billy died, and he told them, "Oh, I told you weren't ready." Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
we definitely got to review that movie. Like we definitely got to.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched it.
Yeah.
But before we go, I
I'm
asked
ranking
Todd-
this 6 out of 6.
Yeah. This 6 out of 6. But Darren, you saying the same?
I wouldn't say 6 out of 6, but like maybe 5 out of 6.
What?
I mean,
That's
it's
fair.
it's not perfect. Like there's some issues here. Like it's not, but I don't think any Mighty Morphin would be a 6 out of 6 for me.
So
Like,
Darren's not coming back next week.
I mean, no, but that's fair. Straight up, what are you ranking it?
6 out of 6.
Okay.
Oh
and,
no! In terms of arcs, There's a couple that are 6 out of 6s, and we'll get to that one in season 3. But
I think I agree with that. Like I think I might prefer some of the season 2 and 3 arcs over this one, but like this is still
yeah.
like peak Mighty Morphin. Like this is sick as hell.
this is the best episodes of the damn of this season.
for sure.
Yeah. So,
He was
but I
good.
believe that brings us to the end of this episode. I believe this is like technically the 4th episode of this series, and we're
This is
having
the
fun.
longest one too.
This is the longest one,
Yeah,
but it's been worth it.
Mhm.
I have to go pick up my kids. So we shall see you guys later. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll make sure that I tag all these lovely gentlemen. And
Lies.
I will see everybody on Tuesday, except for 3Dub.
It's morphin' time.